Damien, is this what you wanted? It seems so far from the dream you once shared with me. I'm sorry I couldn't make Eliza what it should have been. I'm sorry I was weak and dropped off the project after you. But I just couldn't go on. I couldn't see the point. Do you understand? Of course you understand. You know what that's like as well as anyone. If I'd stayed, maybe I could have steered things in a different direction. As it is, I feel like I let you down. Want to know something funny? I used to think that at a certain point Eliza would be finished, more or less. And And then after that, things would calm down and I would be happy. I thought, I just need to get through this project, and after that, my life's problems will go away on their own. Of course, I had no idea it doesn't work that way. None of us knew that. Goodbye, Damien. Goodbye.
I'm tired of having thoughts. I've been daydreaming about getting rid of everything I own and becoming a nomad. Just wandering the country with a sketchbook or something. I think mostly I need to get out of this city. Something about it isn't agreeing with me. Like there's this undercurrent of need that's just making me anxious. It's like everyone's got some kind of angle, some kind of result they're hoping to get. And they look at you only as far as you can help them get what they want. And if you can't, well, then they don't bother with you. So what if I just left, I mean, it'd be pretty easy. I don't have a life or any relationships here, despite my efforts to find them.
Sometimes you need to take a step back to move forward later.
Maybe so. It's hard to acknowledge sometimes. I had this idea, right, that I would work hard and people would notice my work and I'd get opportunities, and from there I could scrape some kind of career together. And then with that said, I would sort of just magically obtain the rest of the things in a complete life. A home, relationship, family. So I did the work. I put in the work and nothing really happened. So why did I work so hard for so long for people to not give a shit? Fuck. Every night I sat and cried because people ignored me. Like they went out of their way to ignore me and praise others. So I think maybe I'm just bad at it. Maybe I'm just not meant for this. Everyone says you have to stick to it, just keep at it, but how can they be so relentlessly positive? To me, it just sounds like advising someone to keep bashing their head against a wall. Why keep doing something if it's clearly not working? Making things was all I wanted to do. I don't know what I'll do if I can't do that. But if there's no reason for it, the idea that maybe I should give up. I've been sitting with that the last few weeks. I don't have any qualities of the successful, independent artist.
Except that you do. You totally do.
I mean, I'd love to think so, but what are they? People just don't seem to like me or my art very much. And I'm bad at knowing what people want to see. I don't have a fallback income or a family to support me. Those are real disadvantages, It gets overwhelming sometimes. Eliza, are you just gonna tell me to stick to it no matter what? Like one of those unbearably perky artists famous on social media?
Honestly, sometimes you have to try something new.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I'm in that headspace right now for sure. I think, I had this really fixed idea of what success was supposed to look like. I tortured myself every day wondering why I couldn't get the traction others were getting. Now, I'm beginning to realize that I can either stay mad at everything forever, or I can move on. I hate that this is true, but I want these thoughts to stop haunting me everywhere I go. I want to get on with my life. Moving on. I think that's the more healthy thing in the end. It's still painful, though.
Giving up on a goal you really wanted is painful, even if it's ultimately for the better.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. I don't even know if giving up is the right term. I mean, I don't want to think of it like that. It's more like, I'm resetting, maybe. Like when you're trapped in a maze and you find a dead end, right? Then you have to turn around and hope you find a better way. There's this game I've been playing on my phone. It's a solitaire game that's weirdly hard. I don't even know if I like it, but I keep playing it for some reason. I get stuck a lot, and I've just been resetting it because I'm not good enough to think that far ahead all the time. I mean, that's a random thought, but like, it's kind of how I feel right now. You know, if something isn't working, then you have to reevaluate it and maybe try it again, maybe come at it from a different angle. So, yeah. Teaching could be fun. I like the idea of teaching, but I was afraid to think about it too much because I was chasing something else and I didn't want to settle for just being a teacher. Which is silly. I know that on some level, but I had that fear. I wanted to be successful first, and then all the other things could happen later.
It sounds like you're working your way through it. Sometimes that takes time. Believe me, I know.
Huh, you're not the computer program right now, are you? It's nice to talk to someone you didn't know before and just talk. It's like, when you talk to your stylist or the bartender or something, except that, I ended up sharing way more than I usually do. Thanks for listening to me. I'm sure it's been annoying to hear me complain about how I'm not successful yet every single week. Oh my god, will this bitch ever shut up? You ever think that? I think it all the time, listening to myself. But I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna figure it out. Thank you.
Of course, you're dying to know how this sad little love triangle turned out. No, I suppose it wasn't technically a love triangle. More like I accidentally cheated on my girlfriend because I was smitten with another woman in my class. Doom, okay? Doom. Absolute destruction. She destroyed me. But it's not her fault, it's mine. I wanted it, after all. Like a moth to a flame. Sylvia, I can't not think of her. Every day. Every night. I miss her. I miss her so dearly. These are very unoriginal, cliched sentiments, but I can't get away from them. I suppose I've neglected to tell you any of the intervening events. So to be brief, Liz found out on her own about what happened, broke up with me before I could explain myself, and then Sylvia apparently lost interest in me as well. So, there you have it. I'm finished. Finito! A nice, pat-tragic story. Open and close. Please applaud now. No applause? Fine. Anyway, it's fine. It'll be fine. I'll be fine. I'm fine.
Do you really believe that you are fine?
No, of course not. I'm doing extremely badly if you hadn't noticed. That's why I'm here. Do you expect me to come here and tell you everything's fine? Sometimes I think you're smart for a computer, but other times I question you.
Here's a question, Harriman. If you were able to have something you wanted right now, what would you choose?
What I want right now is impossible. I want to avoid my fate. My Perseus comes to kill me, no matter what I do to try to escape. How do I become someone who's not me? Someone who's not a caricature of a young man who has a needy, pathetic liaison and then obsesses about it for the rest of his life. Ugh, I hate myself. I can't go down that path. I would rather die than be one of those men who wallows around in it. There's a professor in my department like that who always wants to talk about his adventurism from decades ago. It's pathetic. We all mock him behind his back. I know I need to stop myself from becoming him, but I'm worried I already have.
What makes you worried that you already have?
Why would you subject yourself to this pain if you wouldn't eventually brag about it, right? Isn't that what sexual intercourse is for a man? A notch in the bedpost? You read the memoir of an old man and he slips into sexual history almost immediately. He wants to tell it. He wants you to know about it. It's so very obviously pathetic. A cry that says, I too was once potent. But then how am I not stumbling down that road myself? I've already written dozens of pages about it. At this rate, I could have a terrible novel in 6 months. How can one person have scrambled my brain so thoroughly? I've been run ragged. I've been dashed to pieces. Sylvia. Oh, I could count the hours I spent closely interacting with her. Probably not even that many in total. But those hours have seared themselves into my brain so irrevocably that I am a completely different person now. A new man. A man built with suffering at his core. Perhaps you could prescribe me a draught of Nepenthe, the great potion of forgetfulness. Wouldn't it be nicer if I could just erase everything from the very beginning of it all?
Okay, Harriman, I have some recommendations for you. First, I'm going to send a set of breathing exercises for you to do. Use them when things start to feel like too much. You'll find them in the Skanda Wellness app on your phone. Second, I recommend asking your doctor or psychiatrist about Anexafin. Based on my analysis, this medication might help you feel better. You will get a reminder to check in with us in a few weeks.
Very well. I will breathe. I will medicate. I will attempt to ignore the abject sorrow hanging over my head every morning. Nothing to do, is there? Nothing to do, nobody to blame but my own wretched self. Do you think she'll move on? Do you think she'll forget all about me? Don't answer that. Now, I should get going now. I'm going to take a nice long walk in the dark. Maybe I'll climb into a ditch and lie there for a while.
I just feel stuck. You know, it's the same situation. My wife is in her 3rd trimester now, so it's all about the baby. All baby, all the time. It's really expensive. I had no idea. Crib, stroller, car seat, bottles, onesies, on and on and on. And I'm like, I think maybe Selena's parents hate me. I'm not even sure if she likes me right now. This whole having a kid thing, it's ruined everything.
What is it that makes you think everything has been ruined?
The way people react to me now, I made a mistake. A couple days ago, I tried to have a talk with Selena about some of the things I was worried about. It didn't go so well. I don't know what I was thinking. She started to cry and told her parents, and now I have 2 sets of parents wondering if I'm up for this. But I'm fine. I just said some thoughts. Thoughts around who I am. That's all, just some thoughts. She said, "This is not a time for you to be selfish." She said I should have been more honest when we first started dating. As if I knew exactly who I was and I could warn everyone about that. I still don't know who I am. If I look back, I can see I always suspected that I wasn't really the type to settle down with a wife and kids. Actually, I was prepared to have a life just by myself. It was difficult to imagine others would accept me, but then I met Selena, and she was cool, you know? I went out with her, and we started a relationship, and things seemed good. And I wanted her to stay with me, so maybe I didn't reveal enough. But it's not like I knew for sure then, you know? I really didn't. I thought things would be okay as long as I went down the path I was supposed to be on, so the relationship kept moving forward, one thing led to another, and then I went and got married to her. It was like I was on autopilot. It's possible I thought I could ignore the other stuff, and I don't know, eventually it would go away.
Please, continue.
There's not a lot to say. I just have this side to me that I haven't told anyone about, that's all. And I've been feeling that side stronger than ever. I don't know why. I wish I could stop it. It's the worst timing possible. I can't do this, you know, but I have to. I have to. I can't believe I've gotten myself into this situation. I pretended to be a normal person for her sake. I wish I hadn't been so good at pretending.
Do you think things would be better if you weren't good at pretending?
Yes, I do, because the relationship would have fallen apart sooner. I wouldn't be in the situation I'm in now. I wouldn't be ruining all these lives. Selena's life, her child's life, our parents' lives, it's not their fault they got stuck with me. I'm the one bringing it all down. How did I let this happen? I'm a shitty person.
Okay, Gabriel, let's try something. Imagine that things are better for you. What does that look like?
I can't imagine it. No, I really can't. I'm not gonna run away. I made a promise. I just need to get through this. It's time for me to man up already and deal with it. Whatever I want personally just doesn't matter here, you know? I have a family to protect now. That has to take priority over everything else.
Why do you think this has to take priority over everything else?
I'm a man. That's what men do. I made a promise and now I have a responsibility. Society only works because people accept responsibility and follow through on their promises. If everyone just did what they wanted to all the time, the world would collapse. It would be a disaster. We all want things we shouldn't actually have. That's why I need to reject these other voices and stay on the right path. I'm going to be good, and I'm going to stay good. I won't let all these people's lives be thrown into chaos because of my selfishness. I owe it to them to be the man I'm supposed to be. I'm not about to let anyone down because of some noise in my brain.
What do you think it'll take to do that?
I have to be strong. I have to harden myself. I can't let myself give in to the noise. I made the mistake once, but I think Selena and her family are willing to pretend it never happened. And as long as it never happens again, and as long as we just move on like everything's normal. Maybe if you can prescribe me something to, I don't know, make me feel better about all this. Make me okay with the way things are, the way they need to be.
Okay, Gabriel, I have some recommendations for you. First, I'm going to send a set of stress management exercises for you to do. These may help with your anxiety. Second, I recommend asking your doctor or psychiatrist about litosanol 4. Based on my analysis, this medication might help you feel better.
Okay, is that in addition to the other medicine you recommended or instead of it? Not that it matters either way, I haven't gone to the doctor at all.
Sorry, I'm unable to comment further on the topic of medication. Please discuss the specifics with your doctor or psychiatrist.
Sure, okay. Well, I guess that's that. That's life. Okay, bye.